This podcast is a Digital Diamond Network production.
Hey, Daddy, this is Bill Alfonso, and just like me, you're listening to Just Two Jobbers.
Just Two Jobbers.
The man with the energy.
Bill Alfonso.
Yo, with the whistle.
Cheer.
That means stop what you're doing, turn on your radios or your apps and pull up J2J. And then
Tie your belts held high.
The ref rings the bell, and we mash up some competition. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Digital Diamond Network proudly brings to you its World Heavyweight Tag Team Podcast Champions of the World. Madman J Pesos, Bad Boy Mason Cross,
Just Two Jobbers.
And if you're not down with that, hey, we have 3 words for you. Suck your mother.
Cheer. Let's get it.
Well, apparently...
Monday, fun day.
My Claymore's bigger than yours.
My Claymore's bigger than yours. The line of the night.
That is the line of the fucking night. And that is also the title of this episode, Just Cuz.
Just Cuz. My Claymore's
but honestly,
bigger than yours.
I'm feeling that McIntyre push.
Yo, thank you.
Please, McIntyre, Lesnar. And that's all I want for 2020.
Disgusting.
That's all I want for 2020. I don't care if it's for a title. I don't care. Just let them fight one-on-one.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Like real talk.
More McIntyre. Push McIntyre. Thank you.
Like
honestly, Raw, fire.
It was one of the best. Like,
Raw was fire, bro.
Like, did Raw not have its best ending in
Raw
years?
was fire.
Like,
no, but
Seth
hold
is
on.
a crazy person.
Yo,
I
that was
love it.
awesome. But I'm gonna say straight up, off the bat, fuck Corey Graves.
Oh.
Straight up.
Well,
you
then.
want to send out tweets like, "Oh, what is this shit?" or whatever he tweeted out during the match.
Yeah.
You know what, buddy?
Fuck it. Fire me
I like
already.
seriously. I was an advocate for Corey Graves. I was calling this guy the best announcer ever. I said those words.
Yep.
This guy is a fucking idiot,
And the
man.
man find out say my pussy hole.
He is,
Like,
bro.
real
This guy,
talk.
honestly, he is. I'm
I don't
like not
under-
sure if he's too arrogant, if
He
he's
is.
full of himself, if he thinks he's better than he is.
The man thinks he's
But-
on the level of like the old school man. He thinks he's the next Bobby Heenan.
And he
But
tweets, "No,
Bobby
he's
Heenan-
Bobby Heenan fucking diet,
Diet Bobby Heenan.
Diet
Not
Bobby
even,
Heenan.
Like with aspartame.
and not even exactly." and yeah, and
And
then
like-
he
and-
like tweets. He's tweeting all the time. He's putting down matches. He's saying worst ending and worst ending. That was
Yeah.
a disgusting ending.
I'll say
That's how
something
you
else.
build stories.
Bobby Heenan has never outright disrespected somebody the way he has.
Exactly. And
he still manages to be the best heel commentator of all time.
exactly. And
Like,
and basically Corey Graves, he does it all the time.
you're dry, bro.
He's no fuck Corey Graves.
You're dry,
Straight up,
bro.
I'm on a fuck Corey Graves tip. And I was your biggest supporter, bro. But
Man,
your attitude
wildin' on
sucks.
Twitter. No, real talk.
Your
he is.
attitude sucks. You got a shitty. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah,
Straight up.
Straight up. The man's
Peace.
up. Boom, boom.
I don't want to hear you on SmackDown. You can go to backstage. How about that?
Yeah,
You want
go
to
to-
talk poop all the time?
Yep.
Go to backstage. Talk your poop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what you get.
Seriously, he sounds bitter.
He does.
He sounds like a bitter
you're not
bitch.
on Raw no more, so you're crying about it. You're on Fox,
Exactly. You
bro.
got hurt. You can't wrestle no more. You're a
you-
commentator.
Yeah.
That's your whatever. It
Do
is
it.
what it is. Those are the
How
cards you
many
were
people
dealt.
do that and become great at it?
Exactly.
Do it.
Learn your craft. Stop fucking ridiculing others and do what you got to do because your game is falling. I was your biggest fan and now I
Yeah.
don't want to hear you at all.
Yeah, I don't know what's
So
up with
stick
this
to your
fuck.
own craft. Work on your own shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry about other people because you put down fucking Morrow and he's
Morrow
the
will
best in the
crush you.
game right now.
Yeah.
You don't even hold a candle
You know who
to his son.
right now the best color commentator going right now ain't even on their TV, and that's Nigel McGuinness.
There you go.
Like he is the hottest. Like he's not a heel, but he's color. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like the way the man. Yeah, and that man.
Yeah,
needs to-
Corey Graves needs
Corey
to shut
Graves
his
needs to
fucking
step back
mouth.
and take
Seriously.
several seats.
Turn your Twitter off, bro,
Yeah,
because you're
delete it.
making yourself look like a damn fool.
Delete
Straight
it.
up.
Oh fuck it, you're fired already.
You're
Or whatever.
fired. Good.
You know
Get
what I
it.
mean? Hope so. Back to Seth Rollins being a crazy fucking
Yeah, dope.
wannabe
Honestly,
Jesus.
yeah.
Like this guy's out.
This is a Seth
this
Rollins.
dude's
We
out
need
here
a
handing
six-
out hugs.
Right?
Come
like
on.
sick, buddy.
I'm gonna tell my kids that was Jesus.
Yeah, that meme's fucking
Yeah, it
hilarious.
was hilarious. No, but real talk, Seth Rollins, he is crushing this heel
Crushing
turn.
the heel
because this is what we wanted when he when he turned heel in the Shield. This is how he should have stayed. And he should have
Exactly, the
developed
whole
from
way.
that into this. They should have never tried to make him a baby face again because
because he's a horrible babyface. He
yeah,
is.
and it's
he's
like
so unbelievable as a
like
babyface.
what are you pandering for?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? How come The Rock can come out here and crush the city he's in while they cheer him?
Yeah,
Because he's a good baby face.
Exactly.
You know, Elias could talk shit about you to your face while you're laughing. Like, that is just
Real talk.
And that's how you baby face. Like, you don't have to be mean, but you don't have to also. We're right here in whatever, like Mick Foley always
like
does.
Mick Foley
and that's
does,
a
right?
Mick Foley thing. So
Exactly,
it's
'cause
awesome
it's
when
his-
he does it.
Yeah, it's part of his gimmick, right?
But you don't need to be a pandering pum pum to these. Like,
But
come
now
on.
he's crushing it as this heel turn. Fucking ending a Raw was fucking awesome.
fire.
Buddy Murphy joins his squad.
Real
the
talk.
WWE's inner circle.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly,
Dope.
like, I just want to see, like, bro, I honestly, when I was watching this happen, I want to see R-Truth wrestle Brock Lesnar now.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Just like, let him have a real match, not like a joke match. Like let
an
him
actual match.
Like, I think it would be pretty.
Oh yeah,
sick.
R-Truth is fucking. He's dope.
And
man.
they're jokes. Like, Brock's out there laughing. Like, I don't know. Brock, like, you could tell when Brock is ready to crack up, because he starts turning purple and he starts losing the gimmick. And only truth can do certain things to certain people, and I think it would be a fantastic match for real. But like we said, Raw's best ending was that Buddy Murphy, man. Like, we can't go into anymore how good Raw actually was. So I think, like you said in the car, 3 matches got This Is Awesome chance. That never
exactly.
happened.
3 matches on Raw in one night. That's 1 per hour. God, this is awesome chance.
Literally.
Who
Like,
else is doing that?
you know
I'm
what I
sorry.
mean? Like Rusev's no sell on that German suplex.
Oh, God.
The man gets up.
Gets up,
I was
jumps right back up.
Like, that's and I mean, don't overdo it, but when you do it, just do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know, but I like that, and he better win big on a pay-per-view for this bullshit. Like,
Yeah,
honestly,
100.
The match was good, but the whole Liv Morgan, just
Yeah, that was stupid, but see how much better that feud is when Lana's not on the microphone?
yeah. Yep.
See how much better it
Yep.
is? I was actually
And
like,
where did Bobby Lashley find a promo from?
right?
Like, seriously, he tells her shut up one time, and this man's talking like the rest of the time, and it's
know?
like the man find promo from like I don't know what happened there, but he literally just pick up on fine promo,
Right?
Like, seriously, but the only thing I can say was my highlight of the night was damn Kevin Owens using that ramp like a muff. Ooh, I almost hit that MFer in there like a skateboard and flipping off of that
That
shit.
was absolutely disgusting.
And the crowd lost their shit.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was dope. But my highlight
Yeah.
was Becky Lynch's promo.
Oh yeah.
You know me, man. I have not been a Becky Lynch fan for a long time. I
Yeah.
think she's overdone her character. I think it's whatever. I don't think she should be champion anymore. She's good at chasing. Right now, she's chasing Asuka because she can't seem to beat Asuka.
Yeah.
That's a good role for her. Asuka should beat her at the Royal Rumble for the title, and then Becky chases the belt to
Yes.
WrestleMania, wins again, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, that promo she cut afterwards,
Yeah.
I've never seen Becky Lynch at her best.
No. And-
Honestly, I wrote that on my notes. I've never seen Becky Lynch. She is at her best.
Yeah, right
and
now.
I'm not a Becky Lynch fan.
Hey.
And I was like, wow, this is believable.
And it's like
She made me believe that she,
Yeah.
you know?
These are the things that WWE gets right when they get them right.
When they get it
And
right, they
nail
fucking nail
and you know
it.
what I'm saying? It's like, if you can turn certain people around, like my man Pesos.
Yeah, because Becky Lynch, ugh.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, no. It's like, and if I say, as soon as they let them do what they can do, because I tend to see a lot of people before he does. And if I say, hey, okay, this guy just signed, and then they're like, oh, this guy's whack. Hangman Page, perfect example. Like, you're like, I just don't like
Yeah,
it.
but
Now
with
he's
that
drunk
said,
and
now
he's fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
he's funny, but
Yeah.
that's a Wednesday show. But
Yeah.
that's gonna be a stupid angle.
Yeah, I feel where you're going with
Yeah.
it. But at the same time, it's like, you know what I mean? We got like,
Orange Cassidy is another one who I hated.
yeah.
I watched this guy's Indies match. I was like, yo, what the fuck? This
He's
guy's
absolutely-
whack as shit.
Yeah.
But then he's on AEW, and this guy is
Exactly.
like, he's like the biggest over guy there.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get into that there. You're going to hear that one on Wednesday. We're going to get more into that. But we're going to talk about a couple news tidbits. Edge, he is just messing and fucking with people on Twitter, isn't he?
Right.
Like
the rumors.
He is going, no, his wife says he's not coming. Oh, and then he says, oh, he's cleared. But like, I think
he's going to come to the Rumble.
Here's what's going to happen. 29 and 30 are going to be Edge and CM Punk. I just don't know how.
Oh,
yeah.
CM Punk has to be 30. Honestly, if CM Punk's music hits, I will lose my fucking shit.
Or we lose our shit when CM Punk is number 2.
That'd be sick. Like AJ Styles was 3.
Yeah,
that
but
was
Lesnar's 1.
Yeah, that'd be
and we just
sick.
What? We lose our minds.
Ooh, buddy. Yeah, I'd go crazy,
what would happen?
Bro.
Lesnar's face would turn purple again. Grimace.
That'd be sick. And then CM Punk eliminated him?
That's what I'm saying.
That'd
or those
dope.
two end up as the final 2.
Yeah.
And then
that'd be dope.
Yeah, but who knows? Like I'm saying, and there's so much. We're going to talk about the Rumble because they have really not really promoted it like they used to.
No, they haven't.
It's like next week.
I know, right? It's like 13 days. What, 13 days?
What? You know what I mean? Like people don't. I think Edge is more likely than CM Punk, even though he is injured.
Yeah.
But if he's cleared, he's cleared.
If he's cleared, if WWE doctors cleared him, he can wrestle.
Yeah. And I got...
Which would be dope if his music hit. Come on,
Oh, God.
man.
And
Sick.
the pyro now? Jeez.
Yeah.
Like, we just gotta hope. I want him to just continue to get healthy because, you watch his Twitter, his Instagram. Guy's working out. The guy's trying. He wants like one more go. And
that'd be dope.
Before he hits like, the upper... But I think he's got that style, though, that he could go for a while. Like truth, like he could go for a good minute. You know what I mean? CM Punk, on the other hand, he's a little in his feelings sometimes.
Yeah, he takes shit mad
personal. And I'm like,
go suck a bloody dick.
Yeah,
like whoa, bro, relax.
Yeah, like you're a little extra. But I mean,
he's just a character on TV, man.
You're going all non-kayfabe over here. He's over here wilding in character.
Right? Like, bro, you're tripping.
And you want to burn his house down. Like, you know what I mean? You're going too far. But, honestly. Oh, and here's another thing. Here's what's really surprising to me. Really, really surprising. Like, I never thought I'd read this news headline. More superstars are refusing to go to Saudi Arabia.
Well, yeah.
What? But they love it there.
They love it there. They love being held hostage on a plane for days.
I just don't get it.
Because of mechanical issues.
Yeah, I just.
There's not a war or anything about to pop off there.
No, we're going to talk about this. Like, you got to understand, there's like, some of your superstars are not allowed to go there. Like, why is that, like, not, like, just because of the religion they have, the country they were born in, like, you know what I mean? Like, that is so dumb. Like, I don't know. I just think that they need to find a way to, like, I know the money is nice.
Okay, the money's nice, but you already have billions of dollars, and yes, I understand.
You got Fox money,
but yeah, you got Fox money, you got USA Network money, you got pay-per-view money, you got house show money, you got monies everywhere. You know what I mean? You don't need to go and break the moral code per se, whatever you know, but and go beyond that because that's a place where they do bad things. And yes, the guy in charge there is supposedly trying to turn things around there, and that's why they're a part of this, and they want to do this for the people that live in Saudi Arabia and change the culture. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, but wrestling is not going to do that, and maybe until they make a couple more steps forward to, a more humane way of living, that's when you come in and start doing shows. But you've already had issues there where you've been held on a plane and they're giving you weird reasons on why you can't leave. Why, as anybody, I don't care how much money you're paying me, why would I want to go?
No. Like, okay.
Why?
It's like you're telling me to gamble with my life.
Exactly.
For a little bit of money.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
To play fight.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
A couple $100,000 a year because they're not all multimillionaires.
Of course they're not.
And I'm telling you, it's a couple $100,000 a year. What if they decided to we already seen the news.
And they pay their own medical and shit.
You know what I mean?
And their own travel.
Yeah, they're just not getting
I'm pretty sure they don't pay to Saudi Arabia, but you know what I mean.
Exactly. We're going to jump back on these news topics. right after we pay a little bit of these bills. So we out. We'll be back.
And we're back.
Yes, we are. That makes me laugh every time. Yo, you know what else makes me laugh? So Paige's boyfriend is wilding out on Triple H.
Because Triple H said what again?
Oh, fuck. What did he say? I didn't know. I can't remember the exact phrase, but I already got some other information pulled up on my phone. But let's just say Triple H brought to light Paige's love of penis. Like, pretty much. It's,
yeah, people are going off.
It's
They're like,
not
oh,
brought-
he's in 70. It's like, I'm sorry. It's funny because she's a
He
slut.
he apologized.
That's why it's funny. She's a slut. It makes it hilarious.
Listen, it's on
I'm
Pornhub
sorry,
now.
Paige. I like you as a character. You're probably a great person. But you're a slut.
And it's okay.
It's okay
There's
to be a
nothing
slut.
wrong with that.
You can ask Amber Rose. It's okay to have a slut. She's got a whole walk and everything.
Yeah, like the whole
It's a
thing.
movement.
Yes.
Be proud of your slutism.
But the whole thing is this. It's like.
But you're on camera with
Yes.
Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox getting
Yes.
tag team.
I take two buddy one time.
You took fucking,
I
you
went
know,
after
like
them.
loads to the face while you were wearing the fucking NXT Women's Championship.
Yes.
You degraded the belt. The guy made a joke about you
Yes.
not being able to get pregnant and so, whatever else
Oh,
he said.
yes. Oh, she probably has kids she doesn't know about.
Yeah, yes,
Even
yeah,
though it's
yeah,
fucked up,
exactly.
even
Which
though-
is hilarious. And I'm sorry, people are getting mad, but it's like, it's funny because
Okay.
she's a slut.
He apologized.
That's what makes it funny. I don't understand why people are up in arms
What did
about
he
it.
so- no,
It's
we're-
like, what did he say that wasn't truthful, first of all? What did he say that wasn't hilarious?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I
Go-
thought it was hilarious.
go
I
on-
was like, it's funny. 'cause
Go
she's a
on
slut.
Pornhub and Google
Exactly,
Paige,
Paige.
Maddox, Xavier, and
There you
see
go.
what the fuck comes
Exactly.
up. And you see Paige.
She's got videos of her fucking
Yo.
banging herself in the
What
asshole
do you
with a
mean?
dildo.
Trust me. She
People
gone.
have seen all your shit.
She's over there.
So oh my God, even my boss shames me. Like, shut up.
What do you mean?
You're on the internet and
You shame the title.
Okay. Yes, you have depression. I'm sorry, but you need to learn to live through the mistakes you made.
Yep.
Look at the person you are now. You're awesome. You're a host of Backstage. You're one of the biggest stars in WWE. Outside of WWE, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like, just take it with a grain of salt.
You
it was
just
a
made a
joke.
movie.
Exactly.
Like-
Yeah, and a fucking dope movie at that,
Relax,
right?
yeah.
Relax. It's a joke. It was hilarious because you're a slut. Take offense. I'm sorry.
Yo, but it's like
Funny.
It's
You're on camera being a slut. You can't say you're not.
Yeah, like-
you can't say, "Whoa, that was hurtful." Well, you're a
did.
slut. I'm sorry.
I don't know
You're
anybody
loose.
who's done that.
Yeah.
So I
You're
can't.
loosey-goosey. It's okay.
There's nothing wrong.
There's nothing
with it.
wrong with that. Nobody's judging you.
Just-
But when you come and be like, "Oh, that's insensitive," "Oh, my blah blah blah,"
Oh.
that's when we're like, "Okay,
Come
bitch,
on.
shut up."
Like you
know,
out here,
like,
you're like,
I'm a
no.
millennial, and I'm telling you, stop being so millennial. You know what I mean? Like, shut
just
the fuck up.
Relax. Like, okay, and maybe it was a little weird for her boss,
Yeah, it was
and
a
the
little
owner
weird.
of her company, this massive company, to say that.
Well, whatever.
But, bro, I'm still laughing. So
I am too. He probably
so-
smashed it too.
You
know what I mean?
You know what I'm
That'd be
saying?
like,
So,
come on.
you know, my point is this: is like you can't go do some shit and then come and turn around and get mad when people say, "Oh, this dude did this or this." Listen, you did it. Yo, people make jokes about me all the time, and I just laugh.
Exactly.
I'm like, you know what? Yes, I am. But look at me now, and I'm gonna take your girl.
Exactly. But look at you now.
Yeah.
That's basically
Look
all
at
she
me
has
now.
to say is, "Oh yeah, look at me now."
Yep. And I can have any penis I want now.
Exactly. Anyone she wants.
I
2
don't have
at
to
a
do-
time, 3 at a time. It doesn't matter.
These are facts, though. We're sitting here laughing, but these are facts. And the facts are funny, and I'm sorry. But I'm not, right? Because
True.
it's just what it is.
This is Sports Talk Radio, by the way, which is awesome.
Awesome. By the way, make sure you tune in.
Love that Sports
Yes.
Talk. Just 2 Jobbers.
Monday,
Holla at your
Wednesday,
boys.
Fridays at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m.
Eastern
time. Yeah, so we also know She's a slut.
Because she's a slut. It's funny because she's a slut. That's what makes it funny.
I am trying to get back into the news.
It's funny because she's a slut.
It is the truth. It's funny because it's true.
Right? You know, real talk. I'm sorry.
I am fucking screaming.
I apologize to the women we have offended, but
No.
we're not trying to
As
offend
long
anybody.
as you didn't do it on camera, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Exactly.
The fact of the matter is this. You did it. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
You didn't take...
Stop being a crybaby.
Yeah, just relax. Like, I'm crying right now because this shit is funny.
Exactly.
I am screaming. I am legit screaming right now. Speaking of other funny things, what else is funny is that Tessa Blanchard, the real reason why WWE didn't sign her is because they knew she was a bitch. They were like, we heard about you. She had a bad reputation already. So, I don't know. Like,
So here's my question. What did you think of her speech after she won the title?
meh. It wasn't even an apology. It wasn't.
It
even,
wasn't, and that's
It's like it was just
that's
that-
what pisses me off.
Oh,
is
I made a
because
mistake. So say
you
something.
made a mistake. Okay,
and I'm
so
sorry for it.
Exactly.
That would
Say you're
have
sorry.
that one sentence right
Own
there would
it.
have fixed it.
Exactly.
Not even
because
fixed it.
because she's not owning it. That's what bugs me. If you're friends with guys like Moose, you know, black wrestler. If you're friends with all these black wrestlers that are coming
She
to
had
your
black
defense,
dick in her face.
Exactly, Ricochet.
She was with Ricochet.
That are coming to your defense. Okay, explain your situation, explain your side, and just say I'm sorry. We know you're not racist. You've had black dick in your face, right?
I said it.
You know what I mean, though.
Okay.
So it's like, just say you're sorry, and then we can move on because she's one of the best women, if not one of the best wrestlers, period.
She's
right
the
now.
Impact World Champion.
Exactly.
Like
Which is like still
listen to
like,
what I just said.
You're the Impact World Champion. Big deal.
It don't matter. The wrestling is dope. But
I know it is.
She is the Impact World Champion.
Exactly.
Did you ever think you would hear any promo? Well, there's probably been a few we don't know about, but mainstream on TV, able to access
Real
promotion with a female world champion. She's that good, that believable that she beat Sami Callihan's ass at Hard to Kill.
Yeah, that's dope.
Like, and I was like, she did that. Like that, I can believe that just happened because she is that good.
Yeah.
And honestly, the whole like, if it wasn't like what was her name, La Rosa Negro, I think is her name. She's the one that came out with and said that it's kind of been misunderstood. I didn't read exactly because she didn't really go. She was pretty vague.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it was an angle, if it was something, because it's like when I've seen the article, I posted that and I was like, oh, so they still went with it, that they gave her the title, because I thought a whole bunch of shit.
Oh,
was
yeah,
gonna
I
change.
thought so too.
So maybe Impact knows something that we don't know. But it needs to come out because until it does come out, you're a racist bitch.
Yeah.
Like
Straight up.
that's what it looks like.
That's
And
what it looks like.
if you are not, you have to find a way to get this. Like,
get this out.
being friends with black people is whatever. You know what?
Exactly.
Every racist
Maybe
says.
you had
My
the
best
end
friend is
card.
black.
Maybe you had the end card because you were dating Ricochet at the time, but you don't spit in somebody's face and use a hard R.
No,
You never use the hard R.
you don't.
You know what I mean?
An absolute no. And she did it,
yeah.
but it's just one of those subjects where you just have to kind of, I don't know, you have to kind of just wrap your head around it. And there's like, we got to talk about that again. Because like, honestly, it's like the racism in wrestling and like, there's some weird like pedophilia shit. And
like that.
like Rory Gulak.
Rory
and,
Gulak.
like, the James Ellsworth and the,
Yeah,
you
right.
know what I mean? Like there's certain things, and whatever happened with Ellsworth, I don't know. Like that whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah. I was like a 16-year-old
like that's a whole
girl he was trying to hook up with or
yeah,
whatever.
like through like WhatsApp,
But like,
or whatever, I don't know.
which is so weird to me because James he basically came from nothing. He was a jobber. Shout out Just Two Jobbers. He was a jobber, and he became famous more than that. He helped Carmella win the first ever women's blah 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 whatever.
Yeah,
Right. So it's like, why is this guy who's suddenly found fame? Like I just don't understand the thought process on why somebody like that would go and be DMing with a 16-year-old.
You know what I mean? Like,
knowing she's 16 and trying, like, it just doesn't make sense why somebody would want to risk all that they have for that. Like
No.
it's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make.
And it's like his career's, I'm pretty sure, is pretty much ruined when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah.
Signing with any big promotion
Any big
because of
promotion.
it.
Yeah, and you can be
And it's
the
like, you know?
can be the intergender world champion or whatever belt you made up all you want.
Exactly.
Because honestly, like that is just the weirdness, and it's like it's just gross. That's all I gotta say. And you get like you get the racism too. It's like you get, and here's where I want to talk on the opposite side of the racism. Now we have people that take advantage of using that card, like, and I see it on the internet. I see it all over the place. People are, you know what I mean, and I'm like,
Jussie Smollett, Jordan Miles,
just do your thing,
perfect examples.
and you will be great. I can almost guarantee it. Because in this day and age, everybody's eyes are too open to that shit right now.
Yeah,
people are looking for racism, so they can just point
Hell
that
yeah,
shit out.
they're looking for it.
So
it's
don't
everywhere.
Ain't
if
nobody,
you look for it.
ain't nobody of like stature of prominence that I should say is probably ain't gonna just be outright be like straight racist. Like I don't see, back to the shirt again, I don't see Vince McMahon or Triple H just saying, you know,
or Stephanie or Shane or
we're gonna make
anybody
this shirt
with any common sense in their head.
We're gonna make this shirt and just put it in front of them and see what happens. See if we can get a laugh. Like,
no,
that is not a rib. That is just,
they're a $1 billion company for a reason.
Thank you.
I said, worst case scenario or like most likely scenario is the guy who made the shirt is so not racist, he didn't even think of blackface.
Funny thing is, I'm looking at a Kleenex box right now as we're sitting in the studio.
Yeah, that's got red lips.
Full of red lips.
Oh, my God.
There's not one thing about this that says blackface to me.
Yeah, right.
No, seriously. Like,
but if the box was black behind it,
I wouldn't give a shit. It says,
Exactly.
I ain't even going to plug it, but it's got
That's
the
what I
brand
mean.
name on
It's
that.
like, yes,
come on.
there's racism in wrestling,
and then
there's racism in basically everywhere. But there's the other side of that where people try to play the black card all the time or try to jump on that train, and it's like no, let's just all be human beings.
And it's like, I know
Can we just not wrestle?
You
be
could
human beings.
And here's the easiest simplification to that whole entire thing, and we done went over this, and we'll just like, but go tell him to change the color of the shirt. Who gives a shit about the design? You know what I thought when I saw that design? The first thing that came to my mind wasn't blackface or one of them like old cartoons, was Joker. I thought of Joker. The first thing that came to me.
Oh, no shit.
This brother can't tell me he don't walk out every single fucking week with his damn teeth out. Grinning, cheesing. That's your gimmick. So live it.
Exactly, live it.
ACH, whatever. Like, I'd love to see him back, but
I wouldn't, just because of that. And plus,
I want him to admit he was wrong. That's what I want him to do.
But he'll never do that because,
of course not, because he's got a backing now.
Because his whole attitude on Twitter was just like a spoiled little pampered little bitch. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You're in WWE. You dreamed of this as a kid. This was your, like, if you're a kid and you want to be a wrestler, you're dreaming about going to the WWE.
Yeah, you ain't talking
You can't
about,
tell me you're fucking dreaming to go on MLW. You can't tell me that. I'm sorry. You got there. You were getting a push. The man was being pushed.
NXT title shot in 6 months.
You know? It's not like he wasn't being used. Explain to me what about that is racist.
Oh, it's the T-shirt.
Explain to me what's racist about WWE right now. Name the top guys. I guarantee at least 60% of them are black.
Yeah.
Or of ethnic
of something
diversity.
Look at Rey and Andrade crushing
it. He ain't white. How racist is that?
You know what I mean? Look at Joe. Samoa Joe's in the main event every week.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Come on. AOP is pushed right next to Seth Rollins.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. Like, you got to think about.
Like, honestly, the list goes on. Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, he's in the. Honestly, as much as a lot of hardcore fans don't like it, it grew on me because Rusev saved it. But he's in the hottest storyline in wrestling right now.
Exactly.
And it's not because
Leo Rush crushing it.
Trust
Fucking,
me.
yeah.
Like, come on. Then
Fucking Keith
Do you
Lee.
want to go outside of WWE too? Like, there's so many. Like,
Exactly.
Look
So,
at half
like the
the book-
racism, yes, back in the day, maybe 20 years ago,
Yeah.
it was huge in wrestling. Now, not so much.
Yeah.
Actually, it's probably the opposite.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? It's
And-
all good.
Exactly. So, you know what?
Relax,
With that being said, we're going to take a short break and we're going to come back and hit you with some more jobbers. Peace. And we're back.
We're back.
I stole it this time. All right.
Next up, shooting the
Yes.
shit segment.
Shooting the shit segment. And how I'm going to start this off is a little sad. And
Can
it's-
we introduce our boy first?
Yes,
Or
of
because
course.
that's not sad. That's dope as fuck.
Yes.
Vex Kobo in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
building.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Our producer Vex Kobo is joining us for the shoot
our
the shit
our
segment.
resident WWC representative.
Yes.
from,
Yeah, and I
from
suppose
the,
Yeah, man.
This time too is going to be
Everything.
NWA as well thrown in there, right?
Yes, of
So-
course. Yes, but back to what I was talking about was the sadness was the passing of Rocky Johnson, Canadian and American legend.
Yes. Rest in peace.
The Rock must be just toe up right now. And honestly, like this man has done so much in his life. Like the first black tag team champion for
Yeah.
WWE or any real like wrestling big promotion thing.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what
the
I mean?
man was a pioneer. Absolutely.
And,
And, look what his legacy
Like
is.
1964.
Exactly.
Like we were just talking, you brought up NWA. The man who started in 1964 in the NWA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the man, you know, he went on to WWE and like I said, became like the guy's he went into WWE Hall of Fame in what, 2008? Yeah, I think.
yeah.
And geez, like I don't know. This is just The Rock just must be torn up. I had to tweet my man's earlier and be like, "Yo, if you get it or if you don't, I know you read everything, whether you reply to or not." Because he's like, "I read every tweet."
Yeah.
He's like, "I read them all."
Yeah.
It's just sometimes I'm just working, but whatever. So you know what, man? My condolences to you and your family, bro. It's just. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
No, it's a sad day for wrestling,
it
right?
is.
I
It's
mean,
like-
just in general, especially given how far the industry has come. I know in the last segment you guys were talking about racism going on. I think that's an example of the beginning of racism ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Yeah, you know, so
In the 80s, like the man won the world title. So you want to tell me that Vince McMahon is racist in 2019, 2020? Like, okay, I get it. Old people, and I'm not going to say anybody, like old white people, old black people, old Asian people, old everybody have a little bit of something inside them towards, no, they do. They do. They have a little bit of something inside them towards whatever race it may be. And that's just because they're old and they were around when they were warring with, you know how many old American white people I know that still don't like Vietnamese people? I'm like, come on. Like, seriously. Yeah. Old black people that are still mad because they couldn't sit on the bus? Like, I'm like, yo, you drive it now. Yeah. Like, are you vexed about, like, come on. Like,
you have guys like me and Peso who's part white and black who are just mad with ourselves.
Exactly. It's an inner struggle, you know? It's an inner battle.
no, but I mean, if you really think about it, like, does it make sense for any company to, when the crowd is cheering the hell out of somebody, this backfired on and I don't, here's the whole thing again, the Booker T Triple H thing.
Yeah.
Okay? That was an angle of racism.
Yeah.
Just like the Nation of Domination was an angle of
racism.
anti-racism.
Yeah.
Just like, I get it. It was a little, Booker T should have won that match because it did end up making him look weak.
Yeah.
And then it made, in turn, it made the race look weak.
Yeah.
Because you did all this fighting to get to WrestleMania and get pinned after a 45-second pause in the match.
Yeah, although
Like-
I don't know if I would totally blame that on racism or if I would
No, it was an angle.
Yeah, or if I would say that the Triple H and the Click
Yeah.
Yeah,
use their pull.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I mean, at that point in time, I remember reading. Yeah, this was back in the early 2000s. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember reading a video game magazine where they were saying that they weren't allowed, even when they were demoing SmackDown
Oh yeah,
versus
you
Raw
can't
video
show
games.
you can't show Triple H getting beat up.
They couldn't show Triple H getting
Yeah.
beat up.
Yeah, right.
Not
Yeah.
never. You cannot. You will never watch every freaking wrestling commercial you can
What?
find.
That's so
every
weird.
game commercial. I guarantee. I did it. I watched from the time they were SmackDown
Yeah.
until they turned to SmackDown versus Raw. And I watched all those commercials on YouTube, and you don't even get to see Triple H take a move in one of those game
Yeah,
promos.
right.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Serious.
That's jokes.
And I'm like, that's
damn, that ego
like,
is huge.
massive.
Dude.
Like you're on CM Punk's level with that ego.
Yeah.
Like both. That's why they don't like each other. Because like, how you gonna be two cocky bastards in the same room, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Somebody's got to bow down and back down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You know, with
That's some fucking pussy shit.
it is though.
I don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't put that on TV.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
taking
my
no
virtual
moves.
self.
Yeah.
Yeah,
taking-
my
yeah.
avatar just got fucked up, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
What?
Like, what?
What?
Bro? You're tripping.
I wish you would play Xavier Woods on one of those games on Up, Up, Down, Down so we could see it. Because he'll mash you.
Right?
Xavier, or Kofi's the man, though. Kofi's crushing everybody on that show. But anyway, yeah, man, that's just, to me, that's just sad when your ego is so massive that you can't just...
Yeah.
You know what's massive right now, but it's not as massive as it should be? NWA Power.
Yeah.
NWA. I finally watched it. Vex finally convinced me to watch
Yeah,
NWA
man. No,
Power.
I've been into the fire.
And I'm going to say it's fire.
Yes.
It is.
It's good.
There is one downfall. And I don't want to say it's a major downfall.
The crowd, man.
I like how they mic the ring, but the mics pick up
Yes,
the
the
crowd.
mic'd ring is dope.
Sounds
I'll
sick.
give that. But when the wrestler's doing an interview backstage, which is actually like ringside,
Right
'cause they're
there.
probably- it's right
Yeah.
there, which is dope too. I think, right?
Yes.
That's a good
Old
concept.
school wrestling.
But they need to somehow silence that crowd because I don't know who. What's
It was
his name?
Tim Storm.
Tim Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who that guy is. So
Yeah.
I want to hear him talk. I don't want to hear Joe Blow from fucking
Yelling
Idaho
questions.
yelling questions in the back.
And like you,
Right? And I was
Exact
like,
question.
this would be so good,
Yeah.
but who the fuck is this idiot in the
Yeah.
background?
Now, you
Shut
see,
up.
I'm in the opposite camp. I actually really like that.
Ah.
Right? But it's because I've been watching NWA since I was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
And
so I'm
it's
used
the same.
to the.
They got the flags.
They
They
have
got
the flags.
everything.
The
It
arena looks almost
blue,
exactly
the same blue.
Right?
Yeah.
What I, and I'm not gonna say I dislike it, but what I do take some issue with is the older guys who are in there.
Yeah.
Right? No.
Yeah, because there's a lot of old guys on that episode.
Yeah,
I seen. I was like,
Scott
damn.
Steiner.
So to be fair, like
Ken Anderson ain't looking too healthy.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
he's yo.
the Rock
like
and
that-
Roll Express,
that
and I
Rock
love,
and Roll-
Yeah,
I
the
love the Rock and Roll
Express
Express.
are the tag champs. Is that,
They
is
are,
that
yeah.
true?
Yeah.
What?
and
Yeah,
here's the
that's
thing.
whack.
And here's
bro.
the
Like,
thing.
come on.
Those guys only need to pop up when Matt Hardy does shit on the compound and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's when they pop in. World Heavyweight Tag Team. No.
No. I'm sure there's
we
somebody
can beat
else.
those guys.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's two other guys in NWA that could, fill that spot. No?
No, the guys that they took the titles from, I think, were very competent tag team champions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? The wild cards.
All the
Yes,
wild
the
cards.
Right?
wild cards,
So, and both of them,
And that was Latimer and
and
the English brother there.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, see, here's the thing. He's our official NWA
Yeah, he
review
is,
guy.
he is.
yeah, so
And
it was Latimer and Isaacs.
Yes, that's what they.
And the way that they portrayed, or the way that they still portray themselves, is the perfect heel tag team.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So you have one dude who's a little more nimble and one dude who is, just
Big.
rock
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
Right? So now, with the angle they're going for right now, I love the build from the first episode to now. Right?
Yeah.
With the formation of this this crew now. It's almost like a reinvention of the Four Horsemen. Right?
Okay.
So with the champion going from kind of in between, so first few episodes you're not sure where he stood.
Yeah.
He seemed to be kind of a hard-nosed but fair guy.
Yeah.
And then moving forward, he showed his true colors, which is the kind of storytelling I like to see.
Exactly, of
Yeah.
course.
Right?
Real talk.
So Jeremy, you owe it to yourself to check out from the first episode to now. I think you'd gain a better understanding
All right.
of what's going
yeah,
on.
aight, cool, yeah.
Well, honestly, I one thing I gotta say about NWA is the one thing that they have nailed, and I will say this: they nailed this better than any other promotion out there, probably besides New Japan, and that's building their champion.
Yeah.
Nick Aldis, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
Nick
this.
Aldis is dope as
I'm gonna say
fuck.
this right now. He's probably the greatest NWA champion of the last 30 years since they sold to WCW. Like, since Ric
Yeah.
Flair and Dusty.
Yeah.
Really, eh?
Since
Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
since Ric Flair and Dusty last held that title, Nick Aldis has to be number 3, man.
Yeah,
He has-
he's doing stuff like, so for example, he
The
just
10 pounds of gold, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that is insane. Like, what? Like, it's just a tournament, isn't it? Like, how does that work again? Because I can't remember how the 10
well, okay,
pounds-
so he has the gold,
Yes.
right? He is the
Yeah.
champion.
Okay.
It's just world champion, whatever. But he injected himself into the TV title tournament.
Oh, that's I'm pretty
right,
sure that's
so-
the episode I see.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the TV title tournament is where this heat is coming from now with him and Tim Storm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now, what I really like what's going on is he has heat now with somebody from Ring of Honor.
Oh, really? Who?
Marty
Right?
Skrull.
Yeah.
Oh, Marty Skrull.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
so Marty came in a couple episodes back to confront Nick Aldis.
Yes.
So Aldis was like, "Oh, really?"
Okay.
And went to Ring of Honor
Yeah.
at one of
Oh,
their
sick.
shows and invaded there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
Him on the
dope.
wild card.
See, that's
So-
dope when they cross
Yeah,
them over like
exactly.
that. Yeah,
And that's
dope.
what I mean is like I miss that about. And we're gonna kind of jump back on it a little bit because it's Raw show, but WWE needs to capitalize and do things like that. I know you want to be the only thing in the universe, but
you're not.
helping ECW didn't hurt you.
No.
Yeah.
And that was a
Yeah.
fucking fire show.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Raws of all time, even though it was back in the low budget, back when they had just the big RAW and
Yeah.
whatever, right? But still, Tommy Dreamer coming out, watching what was the Eliminators total elimination on the cameraman. That guy
Yeah,
had no
yeah.
idea what hit him. You know what I mean? That guy had what the he
No,
got
and
took
you know,
out.
there's something that a lot of
And the fans were losing their
Yeah.
shit. And that's what I love about wrestling. That's why I love the one thing I love about, and we'll get into them later on, but it's the AEW crowd. Them dudes cheer the referee.
Yeah, they do cheer the
Aubrey
referee.
Edward. Like,
Yeah,
they're,
they
they're,
do cheer the
they're
referee.
invested. Yeah,
they're invested. And it's like, I like that. And the thing is WWE has become so, I want to
would
say
say
it's
sanitized.
melancholy.
Yeah.
It's
No, it's-
like
it's
you're just a
sanitized and
drone,
controlled, right?
Like,
So-
yeah, and unless you're like a fan, see what WWE they're creating viewers, but they're not creating fans.
they're not creating wrestling fans.
You see what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, oh, this is a good show, but is like you're not watching it for what wrestling fans watch it for.
Yeah, yeah.
know what I
Wrestling
mean?
has always traditionally, it's had a hand in hand history with television.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's only 50% of what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
There's also the live aspect to it and the hype aspect to it.
The wrestling.
Right.
Exactly.
The
So,
wrestling.
okay,
yeah.
so my point of view, if you're watching wrestling for the actual in-ring wrestling,
Yeah.
you would rather watch NWA
Or
than,
NWA, yeah.
than both basically AEW
yeah.
or WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And we'll get-
the in-ring in NWA is the one thing I noticed by watching the one
Them
episode
voices.
was like, those guys can wrestle.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
I
Those
watched
guys can wrestle.
Yo, and I
You know what
watched.
They
yo, real
can.
talk.
They
And
can wrestle.
I watched Colt Cabana and
Yeah,
and,
Cole Cabana. That's
I
the
wa-
other dude. I was like,
uh,
what? This guy's still wrestling.
Yeah, I watched Colt. I watched Colt Cabana and James Storm.
Yeah, James
Put
Storm.
a hand
I
on.
love James
They put a
Storm.
hand on each other. They put two hands on each other. They went around for 5 minutes. Didn't
Yeah,
throw one
yeah, that
punch.
was dope.
Not one punch. They backed off each other and popped the crowd.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're fuck wrestling.
Wrestling.
They know how to
That's-
tell the
that's
story in the
wrestling.
ring,
Wrestling.
right?
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
That's what,
So-
and that's what I mean. Who else did that? Benoit, or no? Yes, I gotta say Benoit and Angle.
Yeah.
Them mans gripped each other and then just started. And I'm oh, ooh, oh.
Yeah.
They're like, what? And not one punch, not one kick, not one clothesline, no suplex. It was just chain wrestling.
Yeah.
And like that is like, and Vince has the guys that can do it and pop his crowd. Because
he's
they
not utilizing
They
them.
can do it in a way,
Yeah.
WWE style, and instead they want to just play. They want to play crowd sounds instead of letting the crowd cheer.
Yeah, and you know what?
You know what
That's
I mean?
that's one thing that WWE needs to start realizing is that they don't exist in a vacuum.
Yes.
No.
Right? So
Exactly.
even back in the earlier days of WWF,
Thank you.
right? Where actually no, it was WWF.
Yeah,
They would
way back.
still have, even though they were isolated to New York or that
Yeah, they were still a
northeast
territory.
area, they were still a territory, and they would
people
still have their champion go and fight the NWA champion,
Exactly.
or the
Yeah.
AWA champion, or
Yes.
whatever it was. Right now, anyone who was wise to the game knew that neither one would drop the belt.
Of course.
But it was something that the crowd wanted
And
to
if
see.
they drop the belt, he's
course.
winning it back next show.
Exactly,
Like,
right?
you know what I
So, and then even closer to modern times,
Exactly.
they still understood that when someone like Ric Flair came over from NWA with the real quote unquote world title.
And that's
Yeah.
why and
Right?
that's
So-
why
That's sick.
I look at, and it's gonna be weird for me to say this. You don't like Ric Flair as a wrestler, which is fine.
Yeah.
But honestly, when it comes to the amount of titles that he has, I
Yeah.
respect John Cena's 16-time run
Yeah.
more than I respect Ric Flair's. Because of back then, I don't want to say I disrespect his run at all.
Right.
But there was a lot of, I lose it to Dusty here this week and win it back next week. That counts as a title reign.
Right,
I lose
yeah.
it on this show and win it back the next night. That's you know what I mean?
See, now the
Like,
only thing I would say
there was
to
n-
counter
he
that,
was
and I
n-
agree with you,
yeah.
right, is that especially in the 80s, maybe early 90s, Ric Flair had to go around the world to wrestle.
That is true,
Right,
though.
whereas
That is
Cena did not have to
is
do that.
He did go around the world, but it was on a different type of schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Flair was out in Korea,
Yeah.
filling the place with 150,000 or 300,000 according to somebody.
Yeah,
Just 3 jobbers. Not fucking idiot.
But
Like,
real
I got
talk,
the job application
Yeah.
real quick. You fucking heel turn on that asshole.
Heel turn.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
We
There's
were
2
just
of
like,
us now.
Woo! Yeah. But no, it was like 150,000 over 2 nights, whatever,
Yeah.
which is dope either way.
Yeah.
Like those are the things that Ric Flair did in order to. He went to Puerto Rico, he went to Trinidad, he went to Jamaica,
Japan.
he
Yeah.
went everywhere.
Yeah.
But there, like I said, there's a lot of one drop here and pick it up.
Pick
back
it up,
there.
yeah, one week later or
they
something, yeah.
he dropped it over there and they didn't recognize it, so they give it back to it. Like you know what I mean?
yeah.
John
There's
Cena's-
drops like that.
John
yeah.
Cena's
John Cena's was actually like.
John Cena's reigns were like, at least a year long. I mean, 6 months, a good reign.
Yeah, he had significant runs
Yeah.
with
good
the title.
reign
yeah.
with the title, and you had to get beat.
Yeah.
They call him Big Match John for a reason. He can't wrestle, and he ain't gonna get on that ground and Kurt Angle you.
Yeah.
No.
But what he's gonna do is he's gonna be hard to pin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I think that brings up a fundamental fact about wrestling just in general, right? It's less about what you can do in the ring and more about the story you can tell in the ring.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right? And that's one thing that I look at
Yeah.
WWE today and
Yeah.
I don't see that story always being told.
Exactly.
Right? Where I can look at 2 competitors who I don't know, let's say in the NWA,
Yeah.
and go, I don't know who these guys are, but I understand from jump what the story in the ring is.
For real.
Which is why I could watch one episode
Yeah.
of NWA.
And that's where,
and
And be actually get
invested.
excited
Exactly.
about it.
be
Yeah.
invested.
And,
in
they
it, 'cause
got-
I'm gonna
they-
watch next week.
All
Next
right.
week.
and they have feuds like that, and they have stories like that they're telling, but they don't tell them long term. And I'm telling you, Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black,
Yeah.
that entire
that's
story that
becoming
should
a-
go till next WrestleMania.
But yo, they are doing that right though.
Yeah.
Because
Well, now
those guys have put on 3 absolute disgusting fire matches in a row.
Yes.
And they're gonna keep going with this angle, and I hope.
I hope
But-
so, because if they just decide, one guy like Aleister Black has beaten 3 times or twice. Like
He's
this
beat him
guy's
3 times.
He's got to get his win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
gotta get
Yeah,
his
he's
win.
chasing
And
that win,
I-
and that's the
But-
story, right?
Yeah,
So-
but
Exactly.
is he going to? Because I just remembered he joined.
He
Fucking,
joined up Seth Rollins,
whatever
and-
they're called,
but,
the militia. Or
Yeah,
the,
is
the
it
Messiahs or whatever.
Yeah,
Which is
the-
actually a
the
dope
Monday Night
name.
Messiah.
Monday Night Messiah. I was like, that's actually a dope ass name.
And he's just he's a madman, and I love
It's
it.
dope.
But you
Yeah.
see, this again brings up that whole problem, right? Is that you're looking at Raw and you're going, okay, cool. This is the way I'd like the storyline to go.
Yeah.
Right? There's a certain aspect of expectation that they need to meet with their fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? However, what they seem to be doing lately, I find with a lot of their storylines
Swerve
is more
you.
like, everything is now a swerve.
Yeah, they
Right?
swerve
Whereas
you.
sometimes you just want to see 2 big dudes beat each other
Yeah,
up.
like is Vince,
Right? And you want to
is
see the
Vince
good guy
Russo
win and the bad
still
guy
writing?
lose. That's
Yeah.
it.
Is Vince Russo still writing? Like that's what it seems like, because it's like, low ratings, lesbian storyline,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
done.
That's stupid.
And it's
Right.
like, come on, you know what I mean? And it's like, you guys could do so much better with.
I've
the
said it before,
hundreds
and I'll say it again. They need female writers on their staff.
on their staff.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
you can tell from almost every storyline that there is not one
Yeah.
piece of pussy writing anything
Nope.
in there.
There is no
Straight up,
vaginas
bro.
in that room, bro. Not one vagina in that room.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
telling
agree.
you.
There's
I
not.
agree.
No, I'm
I
telling
think you
one.
can tell.
Yeah, I'm
You can
tell-
tell by how
It's a sausage party,
Yeah.
in there,
Yeah,
bro.
and if everybody, okay, we've watched some movies that some women have directed that are
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Winning
course.
Oscars and shit now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Women can do anything men can do.
And it's not even a joke. So
Real talk, though.
I guarantee
Real
you,
talk, though, right?
I guarantee you put a
like you have women referees, right? You
Thank
have
you.
women everything now.
else.
Why don't you have women writers?
Yeah.
Why? Because wrestling's a man's sport, and they know. No,
No,
I'm
it's
telling you,
a combat sport, for
Change
lack
the
of a better
look of the
description.
thing. Just change.
Women would be more attracted to the product if women wrote
yeah.
For women.
storylines
Yeah.
for women.
And
Yeah.
they can write storyline. Okay, women know us as men.
Exactly.
They can fuck with us. They can write
that's because
storylines
we're
that are
simple.
so fucked up. Yo, and they can write storylines that just get to dudes like, what the fuck? And it gives
Yeah, like different types of twists.
yeah,
Right?
Like
Whereas,
they have a different outlook on things.
yeah.
So we're just all about thinking with one of the two heads, then, or
Yes.
both at the same time, or just the one down below.
Yeah.
But the point is we're not using like our brains more time.
Right.
We're just writing stories thinking that's what Joe over there wants to see.
Yeah.
And that's what Phil over there wants to see.
Yeah.
But
Or-
it might not be.
Or they're going, that's what they want to see. We're not going to give them that.
Yes.
Right? Which is
Swerve.
my problem
Exactly.
And
again
it's like
with,
swerve.
with the latest,
Yeah.
the newest product.
yeah. And it's
Right,
like
so-
enough of the swerving thing.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, when Joe said, I got a guy, I like
Yeah.
the Big Show. But come on.
No, man, I'm
But
sorry.
come
like,
on. Come
like
on.
anybody would have been better. Like I'm
Anybody.
sorry. Yes, it's dope. The Big Show's there. He's not going to be back for long. We all
No,
know that.
we know that.
right?
Yeah.
He just had 4 whatever surgeries.
Yeah.
I'm glad
What
he's
is it? His
back.
hips and his back? Yeah.
Yeah, his hip and his back.
But I was at
believe.
the point where I was like, okay, they've signed a few people. There's people
I thought it was
there.
gonna be somebody,
And
you
I'm
know?
like, all right. I don't even care if it was somebody who I've really never seen, not like a big star. Maybe it was somebody who was just whatever.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
WWE, you need to get your shit together. Y'all need to hit us up on all of our socials. Hit up my man, Jeremy Hendricks, 3X's. On Instagram.
Instagram.
Hit us up at Just Two Jobbers on Instagram. Also, hit us up on Facebook / Just Two Jobbers and Twitter at Instagram or at Just Two Jobbers. Holla at your people.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
share, and blood clot,
J2J.
subscribe.
Thank you to Vex Kobo
Cheers.
for
Yo,
stopping
respect,
by.
my pleasure.
You know how
and
we do it.
still,
Your World Heavyweight Tag Team Podcast Champions of the World. Madman J Pesos, Bad Boy Mason
Mason Cross, just 2 jobbers.
Cheer.